Hey, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Hobby Evolution, episode 1646. I almost didn't come on this morning. It's a big day. I'm feverishly trying to get the house cleaned. My wife returns today. The cleaners also come today, so I have to prepare. Not only do I have to clean the house for my wife, I've got to clean the house for the cleaners. I've got to get all my shit picked up and organized. All right, let's just chill out, buddy. Let's just chill out. I got to get stuff picked up off the floor to keep away from this little rascal. You little scoundrel. He's getting a bath today. It's a big day around here. So I almost didn't come on. I laid in bed. I was up late and I so I bought the hi buddy. Hi buddy. So I bought that mindful whatever the healthy hot chocolate, and the first day I had it, like I come home, it's like 5 o'clock, and it like puts me in this like euphoric state, and I fall asleep on the couch, which is not normal. So I'm like, I'll just save this for like a night I'm laying on the couch and I want to just get nice and relaxed for bed. Last night was that night. So it's like 8 o'clock, 8:30, and he's got a big mat in his ear. He's getting a bath today. Yeah, you're gonna get that taken care of. So that's my coffee. So so last night it's like 8 o'clock, and I'm like, I didn't really have dinner last night. I had cheese and crackers and a banana, some blueberries. Like that was my dinner. I thought about ordering out, and I'm like, I've eaten enough crap over the last 10 days. So I just ate just random shit. And so I'm hungry. It's like 8 o'clock, but I'm like, it's 8 o'clock. I can't eat at 8 o'clock, especially like like if I want a piece of chocolate, it's like, it's too late for that. And then it's like 8:30, and I'm like, maybe I'll have some popcorn. I'm like, no, I can't eat this late. But I'm like, but the hot chocolate's sugar free. It's got, the melatonin, all this bullshit, and it's going to make me pass out. It's good because I got a busy day today. So I'll go to bed, I'll fall asleep by, 10:30, which surprisingly, that used to be late for me. Now it's early for me. So I'll go to bed early, and then I'll get up early because I've got a lot of shit to do today. Here I am talking on YouTube. And so I make the hot chocolate, and I'm drinking it. I'm like not like I was like by 9 o'clock right before I made it, or 8:30 right before I made it. I was like, I'm ready for bed. But I wasn't. Like I was not mentally ready for bed. I was physically ready for bed, but not mentally. So now I am mentally. So I have the hot chocolate with the melatonin, sugar-free, all that. So now I am mentally ready for bed, but my body is not physically ready for bed for whatever reason. All right, I'm going to let you down. You got to behave. Oh, there you go. So so I have the hot chocolate with the melatonin, and it's like, I don't know, 11 or 11:30. I finally we go to bed, and I'm away. I'm like just laying in bed. There's an auction closing tonight. Denichi Auctions is a new one. So I've got a ton of bids. I'm getting a lot of outbid notices though. So I've put my best and final offer in on all of my bids for tonight's auctions. I think I put it like 40 bids in. And but I've received a lot of outbid notifications. So I probably I did win on Sunday night collector the CIA auctions, which I didn't even know what CIA auction. I'd heard people mention CIA, and I'm like, I've never heard of it. And then my buddy Mark, not in the chat this morning, at least not yet. He like sent me a link to a Mickey Mantle lot that was in there. And I've been having good success with the low grade Mickey Mantles on eBay Live. So there was a nice, I think a 9, was it a 9 or 11 card lot? Either 9 or 11 cards. And so I got that. I think it was 11. I think it was 11 because I paid paid about $100 per card, there's a 55 Bowman in there. Now they're low grade, but 55 Bowman Mickey Mantle, even at a low grade, $300. And then there's some other stuff that probably won't hit 100 because it's like the Mantle with Ken Boyer and some of those. I think there's like a Hostess or Post. So those won't hit 100, but the 55 Bowman, there's I think a 61 Tops. There's a few that'll do over 100. So, and it's nice to have that stuff. I think the price I got it for, I'll do well. So that was the only thing I won. So I think I only put like 3 bids in on items Sunday night in the collector investor auctions. So tonight, I think it's Denichi auctions, and I saw them in Chicago. They were at the Spectacular last month. So, and they've got a lot of stuff that's like perfect for what I'm looking for. So I put a ton of bids in tonight, but I'm also receiving a lot of outbid notices. So I was laying in bed putting in bids on those auctions last night. And then I got up. I guess I didn't sleep in too late. I was up at like 7. I've been doing stuff. Took Ernie out to go potty, fed him his breakfast. I had to strip the bed and put a load of wash in, pick up some shit that was down here in the base. So I've been semi-productive already this morning. I don't know where I was. That's just what I was. That's what I did. So yesterday I did late Sunday. I probably won't do Hobby Evolution on Monday mornings just because I tend to go late. I didn't even go that late this past Sunday night. I'll likely go late. I think we're going out to dinner with friends on a Sunday night, which is kind of random. Usually we don't go out on Sunday nights, but we're going out to dinner on Sunday night. And my wife's like, but we're going to go early so you can get home to do eBay Live. I'm like, yeah. So I'll probably go later. Since my wife's home, I don't have Ernie I won't have Ernie duties. We can share that responsibility. So, because late on Sunday nights, that 11 o'clock hour, it kind of dies off at midnight, but that 11 o'clock hour, I need to go through the 11 o'clock hour and hit midnight because that's the golden hour, at least for me. So I didn't go live yesterday morning. The Bears won, and I love to eat crow when it comes to things like the Bears are going to play a trap game and they'll probably lose to the Browns. They didn't. They really dominated that game in all aspects. Their first offensive drive sucked. I think it was a 3-and-out, but then their special teams was awesome. Like the kick return, it's like a 55-yard kick return. They came up empty, so that sucked offensively. And then Torrey Taylor, the punter, pinned him down into the 1. So it was special teams was MVP early on. And then offense really got kickstarted, and defense, I think, had 3 or 4 takeaways. So Bears played really well. Now, again, it's a game they should have won, but when you get into these games in the NFL, it's like a trap game. So I am confident. Hopefully, it's not like how I predicted Sunday. It's like, well, the Bears will lose to the Browns, they'll beat the Packers. Hopefully, that's not going to be the case. Now, the Packers, and it sucks to have Micah Parsons go down because you want to play your competition. First off, it sucks for anybody to get hurt, at any level. But then to have a big game like this, like you want to play the best competition. Like you don't want to play teams that are decimated by injuries because you need to prepare because not every team out there is, and if you're going into the playoffs, you're going to play the best teams. So you want to be prepared playing the top team. You don't want to play the Browns every week. So I want to have Micah Parsons on the other side of the football. So that really sucks. So the Bears-Packers this Saturday. I think it's a Saturday game. So Bears-Packers, Soldier Field. I'm confident because it was a great game in Green Bay last week. And hopefully it's a good game. And the Bears, unlike the Packers, who are decimated by injury, the Bears have been decimated by injury this season. they're starting to get some of their players back. I think Tremaine Edmonds may be back this Saturday. That's something that I wasn't expecting. I think did they get one of their defensive backs back this past weekend? And I think they might get another defensive starter back this week. And Roma Dunze's been out the last 2 games. Sounds like he's still questionable. They may just kind of hold him back. And their passing game has been okay without him. DJ Moore stepped up, and finally, DJ Moore sighting on Sunday. Colston Loveland that was a draft pick. I'm going to eat crow again. I'm terrible at although I did predict the Bears to win 11 games, everybody laughed at me. Here we are, 1 win away with 3 games left. Colston Loveland I hated that pick as a first round tight end. I like Cole Kmet. I still like Cole Kmet. I'm starting to like Colston Loveland better. And Luther Burden has been a nice surprise. 2nd or 3rd round wide receiver out of this year's draft. So things are looking good. So looking forward to Saturday's game. We're burying the lead this morning. And I think I want to bury the lead on purpose because it's not news. Like, yeah, it's kind of like, oh, that happened. But in the grand scheme of it, is it really a big deal? And I'm talking about collectors acquiring Beckett. So I want to give my thoughts. Not that anybody cares what anybody else's opinions are on matters, but that's what we do on YouTube. We share our opinions, whether people agree with them or not, or even want to listen to them. I'm going to share my opinion because that's what I do. Ghost in the house. What's going on? HBG Gaming. What's happening? Found Treasures in the house. Good morning. Jody is here. What's happening? Orlando. What's going on? Always great seeing Ernie. Yeah, he's been down with me a little bit more. He's my wife's shadow when she's here. So Ernie this is probably the last day of Ernie being my shadow. He even came out because I've been working on the card room. I'm getting close. The funny thing is, if I took a before and after picture, like you could tell the difference. But if I took a photo, like I'm like, man, the card room looks nice and clean. If I took a picture of it right now and I said, this is my card room, it's nice and clean, you'd be like, that's nice and clean. It looks like shit. But it doesn't look as shitty as it did. So I came down and I was just, I was working on just putting some boxes away, and I had a banker's box of like 800 count boxes, probably like a dozen. I don't know which bulk purchase I picked them up in, but I'm going through one box and I found like 5 or 6 Cal Raleigh rookie cards, some Tariq Skubal rookie cards. And I'm like, man, I wish I would have had these like a month or 2 ago. I put a Cal Raleigh Topps base rookie card on eBay Live now. It's going to sell for $2. I put it up 2 months ago. It's going to sell for $70. Okay. That only happened once, but they were going for 10, 15, sometimes 20, one time 72. And I know there's probably several other boxes in my basement that feature Cal Raleigh rookie cards. And that's what we have to deal with. So I was just, putting boxes away, and I have a ton of shelf space because I traded off all my quarter boxes to Shane. So I've got a ton of empty shelf space in the shipping room. So I've just kind of been consolidating and putting the boxes that have been on the floor and just kind of everywhere in the card room into the shipping room. And today, before the cleaners come, I've got to get this monster. This desk is like flooded with top loaders because I get a box of top loaded cards in a buy, and I'm taking the top. My wife's like, I don't think you're ever going to have to buy top loaders again. And I probably won't because of the amount of top loaded cards I buy. It's like I buy 3 or 4 shoe boxes and they're all top loaded. It's a lot of top loaders. And I don't ship in top loaders. And I do. I ship in top loaders when it's shipping in a bubble mailer. I won't ship card savers in a bubble mailer. I've been burned a couple times with poor handling by the USPS. And so I ship in top loaders, and but for ESE, and actually I should say most of my shipments are now Ground Advantage. either boxes or a bubble mailer. I did buy, I got, man, I don't even know how many boxes. I bought a whole bunch. I've got gigantic boxes in my garage. I was to the point because in my garage I bought like 10 cases of bubble mailers, and I've been, I go through a case, man, probably every week and a half maybe. And I was starting to get down on I probably bought 20 cases of bubble mailers now that I think about it. Because I probably have 5 to 10 still left. So I need to probably get another order in. So it was a wall in the garage between where my wife parks and where I park. There's a freaking wall of bubble mailer cases of bubble mailers. And I knew my wife hated that. She's like, why don't you take those to the storage unit? Hint, hint. Because I can't just walk upstairs and toss down a case of bubble mailers from my storage unit. So I'm like, oh, my wife's going to like this. And then I get all these boxes delivered. And now it's like even a bigger mountain of cardboard because now I've got the combination of the Supply Hut boxes and the bubble mailers. So I ordered, I think 8x4x3. I had 8x, I think the last boxes I bought now, and I will say, and I bought way too many to have second thoughts or regrets on the boxes I bought. The size is great. However, I went the cheaper route and I got the regular brown boxes. The difference is the brown boxes you have to tape because they come flat and they tape. The white boxes also come flat, but the white boxes are the put together kind of like a storage box for baseball cards. So those are easy. Like you don't have to get the tape out and do all that. So I may spring for a little extra and get the white boxes. I will say, you know what? The height, I think they're too high. They're 8 inches high, which is a little too high. I think I could go 6'4", I think 6'4", so, but I'll use the shit out of these boxes. And it's a little bit, I think these are not, I need a smaller box for just a few. Like if somebody orders like 3 slabs or a stack of cards, I need a smaller box. But if somebody orders, random size stuff, which I never have boxes, I'm looking, where's my Amazon boxes? So I got some of those. Who else is in here? Gem City Card Show. What's going on? Good morning. Gundy's in the house. Good morning. There's Mark. What's happening? Mark, I've been, you might have missed my auction talk earlier, but I got a lot of outbid notices. I was in bed last night just double checking. So my process, especially with auction houses, is putting my best bid in. It's like, this is the price I'm willing to pay. It's like, okay, I think I can probably sell this for $100 on eBay Live. I'll pay 60, and with the buyer's premium, it's going to be 75 or whatever that number is. So I got a little bit of margin in there. So I keep that in mind. So I think the links that you sent me, both the Jordan, I think it's the BCCG Jordan lot. I think I may have been outbid on that, and that's above. I think I ended up bidding $25 a slab, which I'm not going to go higher than that, even though they're 10s, and I can probably, it's in some cases I can probably get $75. There's going to be some cases where I only get 25. Especially when you're buying, if you're buying 10 of them, people see them. It's not as exotic anymore. The Jordan rookie's too much. It's already, I think with buyer's premium, it's already above what the one sold for on eBay on Sunday night. So I don't even think I put a bid on that because it was already creeping close to that number. It's a PSA 4 Michael Jordan rookie. One sold on eBay auction on Sunday night for I think like $4,250, and this one on Denichi, I think with the buyer's premium, it's now up to like $4,400. So that's going to be a pass. Let me see. I don't even know what oh, shit. All right. I'll look on my phone because my phone saved the password. Oh, and I think Denichi. Okay. Am I logged in? Log in. Okay. So tonight is the Denichi, and I think, is this the first? Am I pronouncing it correctly? And is this the first? I think this is their debut auction. I'm gonna look my account. Normally, I wouldn't say what I'm bidding on, but I don't care. If you want to outbid me, outbid me. So I put a bid in on the T206 Art Kruger PSA 2. Got outbid on that. Okay, so the Jordan lot, yeah, I am losing. It went up to 130. So I'm not going to bid because it's, what is it? It's 5 slabs. I'm not going to go above that. Got outbid on the Shaq rookie auto. The Caitlin Clark orange silver pack rookie. I am winning the Bo Jackson 89 score supplemental Beckett authenticated autograph. It's currently at $81. I am winning the 1965 Topps baseball 10-card lot PSA slabbed. Current bid on that's $80. There's even a Cub on that one. I'm winning the BCCG 10 Barry Sanders rookie from Topps, the Topps traded. I'm losing the 66 Topps Clemente. So far, all of these I'm okay losing. There's a Topps pristine Juan Soto PSA 9 auto relic. I got outbid on that. This is surprising. I'm winning the Jerry West 1970 Topps autograph PSA 10 auto grade Jerry West. That's only at $75. That's surprising. I am winning the Hulk Hogan autograph. It's the 1987 Circle K Coca-Cola autographed, and that's also Beckett authenticated. Ooh, I'm winning the 86 Topps traded autographed Bo Jackson. I'm winning the 2-card Tiger Woods slabs. Let's see. I'm winning a 1990 North Carolina Tar Heels Jordan SGC 10. I'm winning the Gale Sayers rookie card in a PSA 4. I'm winning an 89 Pro Set Tim Brown autograph authenticated by PSA. I'm winning a Tiger Woods PSA 10 lot of 8. I'm winning the 1954 Bowman Willie Mays SGC 1.5. So that's what I've got. That's what I'm currently winning. We'll see. I imagine I'll get outbid on probably most of those. Some of those are still at low prices. I may have to reconfigure my high bids. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't, because I think I'm pretty sure I put my best foot forward. Unicorn Cupcake, good morning. GWRBI, what's going on? CD Anderson, what's going on? Good morning. Tell your coach to keep his tarp on. Unicorn says, wasn't paying attention. Thought you said 20 cases of double mint. I did not. Was thinking, holy cow, he has an addiction. Merle says, is that spokesperson from your Facebook ads helping you clean the mailroom? No, he does not. That is outside of his scope of services, unfortunately. Tracy's in the house. Good morning. Countdown to Christmas break, 4 days. Mark says, I lost a few as well. Threw quite a few bids on the Jimi Hendrix auto, but it never reached the reserve. The Yankees auto lot was a steal. I was eyeing that Yankees lot, but I don't even know if I looked in to see there was another auction autograph lot that I did bid on that was, I think, next to the Yankee lot. And I put a bid in on the other lot, and it went a lot. The other lot went higher than what I, even higher than what I thought I could, get on eBay live prices. SoCal guy, what's going on? Good morning. Mark says there are a few underpriced items in the back half of the lots. It is their first. Okay. Oh, the 75 mini sealed box. That's at a really good price right now. I thought about throwing a bid on that. I'll hold off. My buddy Scott has one, and I know he's been looking to sell it. I don't know. I haven't talked to him about it in a while. But I know at one time, back when because I went with him, so he has a 75 Tops Mini, sealed box, BBCE authenticated. I actually took it to Baseball Card Exchange. We went together to get it wrapped. And at that time, we're talking back in like 2022. Maybe, yeah, it was after COVID. One had sold for like 16,000. Now, this was almost 5 years ago. And then the prices just started dropping. And so now you're seeing the price. I'm curious what this is going to go for, because this will kind of set a benchmark for his box. And I know when, we were looking after we got it authenticated, we were looking at, and then there were some new comps that came out, and yeah, 10K was like where I'm like, we can probably get 10K. And he was still stuck on that 15K or 16K number. I'm like, it's not gonna, that's over. So I don't know. I can follow up with him, see what he's looking for, but yeah, it's a nice box. Orlando says going to have to shill bid those. Not really. Unicorn, it's defensive. You're going to have to defensive shill bid. Unicorn says it's okay if it's defensive shill bid for your friends. I have heard somewhere, right? Lasted 10.4. Okay. So when I looked at it last night, it was at what, like 3,500. So if it goes for 8 or less, that's a great deal. Cause I think that's a 10K all day. And I know there were multiple, like around the time, like there were multiple like 12 to 16K sales back like 5 years ago. So I don't know why. And I don't know that market. Like I don't know the sealed wax market. I know the 75 Mini just because I've been working with my buddy on that for the last 5 years and monitoring the prices. I don't know why it dropped from 615, probably just call it a 14K average over that year. Now, the COVID market probably had something to do with it, but I would think that the COVID market wouldn't have affected that market as much. But you never know. Unicorn says, when I see people opening vintage, it feels like cutting up a Babe Ruth bat to make relics, right? So, elephant in the room. Some news today. Yesterday. Collectors, the parent company of PSA, has acquired Beckett. And that's one of those news stories where I see the news and I'm like, whoa. And then I'm like, doesn't bother me. I think it's great. And here's why I think it's great. Everybody's up in arms. Monopoly, oh my God, PSA owns everything. The same people that are screaming monopoly and this is terrible for the hobby are the same people that for the last 5 years have been bitching about how Beckett has gone downhill and how it's not relevant in the hobby anymore. The same people for the last 5 years that have been bitching about how shitty Beckett is and how they're irrelevant in the grading space are now screaming monopoly because PSA just acquired them. Make it make sense. If anything, this is great because Beckett was a great company at one time and hasn't been close to that in the last 5 years. Beckett's been seemingly run by the Three Stooges. They can't get anything right. Nothing. Like the only news that has come out of Beckett in the last 5 years, they fucked up. They try to do something and they fuck it up. Like Beckett has been so irrelevant. So if anything, by collectors buying them, maybe they become relevant because here's the thing. Collectors purchased SGC. And now SGC is like the Beckett of a year ago or last week. SGCs now are like, I love SGC, loved, past tense. I loved SGC. Most of those slabs, most of my pre-war and vintage slabs are SGC because I love the look. But even that, I've got a small pile of raw pre-war that I want to send in to get slab, but I don't want to send it to SGC. And I don't want to send it to PSA because PSA, T206 and strip cards, they look like shit in a PSA slab. So they're just going to hang out raw for a while. They're going to be in a box and I'm going to forget about them. I don't want to send anything to SGC. And so you can say collectors killed SGC with that purchase. The thing is, Beckett's already committed suicide. Beckett's already killed themselves. Collectors can't kill them. They're already dead. So if anything, they might give a little life back into Beckett. Little revival. So I think it's great. I love it. I love the news, and that's why. I tweeted that last night, and I knew people would be like, oh, it's a monopoly. I think with Fanatics taking over did you see the gold logo mans that are going to be in Topps Chrome basketball? Those look fucking amazing. Well, a monopoly, they're just going to put out shit. It's going to look like shit. Blah, 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 blah. Gold logo mans look pretty fucking awesome. In fact, I think they look better than the Panini Flawless or whoever makes them, National Treasures, whichever product they were in from Panini. I think they look better than that. So there you go. I think Fanatics has been better for the hobby. My hobby, and here's the thing. When people talk politics and how this president's a shitty president, well, my life's better under this president, which is like kind of like BS. Like you can't really compare that. But I'm gonna use that argument, and I'm gonna compare. Has Fanatics been better for me as a collector since they took over the baseball license? Yes. For me, yeah. Am I collecting the same way I did 3 years ago or whatever it was? Not really. Some things have changed. Now, some things have changed because of the way I run my business. But as a collector, nothing has changed. In fact, I would probably say, and things are probably better for me because of how my business has grown over that same period of time. And guess what I do for a business? I sell those cards that are made by Fanatics. And so my business is running way better under Fanatics than it ran under Topps. Now, is that because of Fanatics? Not necessarily. It's the way I've run my business and some of the decisions that I've made. But it's not like, well, Fanatics is going to kill the secondary market and all that bullshit. No. My collecting life is better than it was before Fanatics came along, under Fanatics. My business, selling sports cards, is running way better than it ran when it was just Topps. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. And I don't even want to get into I hate it when people say monopoly, monopoly, monopoly. There are so many, I don't even want to begin to discuss that because I know nothing about how monopolies work. Nothing. You can go, and that's why this is kind of like with tax law, because I took accounting classes, business classes, finance. I was a business major. And I know how I know how difficult tax law is. And that's why I have an accountant. Well, I could do my own taxes. I just use QuickBooks or whatever and da-da-da-da-da. But the laws change every year. And there's little intricacies. And my accountant tries to explain these things to me. And if I tried to do that on my own, my goodness. So that's why I'm going to stay away from that whole debate because there's probably reasons why it's not a monopoly. And people are going to say, well, now they own X amount of shares of this I'm sure that doesn't matter. I'm sure there's, for every thing that makes it, quote, a monopoly, there's probably 3 things that you can defend it saying, no, it's not a monopoly because. And I don't even want to get into that because I don't know the first thing about how antitrust and monopolies work. Yeah, I took the basics in business courses, but beyond that, I don't know. And that was also like 15 years ago. So I'm not going to pretend to say, well, it's a monopoly. Oh my God. Where we at? Let's see. Let's go back up here. Gem City says, I don't like it, but I also don't really care that much. I like it, and I also don't care that much. And most of the people that are screaming about it, they'll find something different to yell and scream about next week. There's going to be some new, we've had, I mean, it's been a whirlwind in the last 30 days. I mean, we the hobby have been irate about multiple things going on. We've been irate about shill bidding. We've been irate about PSA changing grades. We've been irate about loaded boxes to breakers. We've been irate about monopolies by PSA. Jesus Christ. And that was just December. Unicorn says, do we have a purchase price for Beckett? I don't think that was revealed. And I don't know if it will be revealed. Gundy says, only now PSA will charge more and soon everything will come in a PSA slab. You will have no choice. That wouldn't bother me. That wouldn't bother me. That would not affect how I collect. Will it affect how I do business? Maybe slightly. If it does cost more to grade, the price of slabs goes up, but will the demand on those slabs go up equilaterally? It's still, I don't think it will. I don't think that'll happen. I think that's an extreme example, but I don't see it affecting much. Gem City says, we need a Kendrick Lamar to come at PSA, and I don't know who that is. Maybe Fanatics Grading Services. Oh, just wait till Fanatics buys a grading. Oh, my God. Gem City says, yes, because they gave you a sick-ass superfractor. That's true. Unicorn says, I think historically segmented grading service could provide a niche in the market, i.e. pre-war cards only. That way all the resources could be used to perfect your niche instead of having to keep up. I would like that. I would like if collectors, because they said, well, SGC is going to be boutique. I hope that's the case. And I mean, this is still, how long have they had SGC? A year? Has it been a year? And maybe that's the way they go. Like, this is a long game. You're not going, a company's not going to acquire another company like an SGC and make overnight changes. I think this could be the strategy they're going to employ, like Unicorn mentions here. SGC could be, like, they've been known to be the pre-war and vintage grading company of choice. That's what they do. If you send pre-1952, it's going to be in an SGC holder. And then whatever, I'm sure PSA will have, we'll keep PSA everything. And Beckett becomes, I don't know. Maybe that's what they do. Maybe that's the long-term play. Gundy says, and PSA has no reason to fix their problems. Unicorn says, with all the new cards coming out. Orlando says, Beckett's sale was private. I doubt collectors will ever share the purchase price. Yeah, I don't think we'll ever find out. Shane says, this is going to be an all-timer old man yelling at clouds day. Oh, man. Oh, it already started. Although the news did break kind of late yesterday, so I think I think, Shane, you're right. We've got a full day of old men screaming at the clouds, yelling Monopoly. I'm quitting this hobby. Loaded boxes and monopolies. Oh, my God. And you must be the Monopoly man. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. The hobby is a goldfish. No short-term memory. Ain't that the truth? Red lights in the house. Good morning. Ain't that the truth? My wife is boarding. All right. So, Max in the house, are you going to the 2027 All-Star game if there is one? Yeah, Wrigley is hosting the 2027 All-Star game if it happens. My concern is there's a lockout and we won't have baseball in 2027. So, if we have an All-Star game in 2027, I will be whether I get tickets or not, but I'll definitely be in Wrigleyville during the All-Star break. Shane says main thing to watch is who will run Beckett. Yeah, and it sounds like they bought everything, right? They bought everything under the Beckett umbrella, or was it collectivists or whatever they called it? She's coming back from La Boca Vista. Yeah, what was the Seinfeld? Del Boca Vista. The funny thing is, when my wife and I started dating, her mom and dad owned a condo in I think it was the Boca Country Club where they owned a condo, and it was basically Del Boca Vista. Like, I think Seinfeld had to have had that Del Boca Vista from the Boca Country Club. Like, it was, I'm like, I just entered a Seinfeld episode every time I went down there. But no, my mother-in-law owns, so she, after they sold the condo and bought like a house in a nice, a really nice house with a guest house and pool. It was nice. Every house has a pool down there, but, and then she downsized and lives in like it's like a 55 plus neighborhood. It's a house, but it's in like a 55 plus neighborhood. Good point. Shane says Gem City. Shane says if they let Kevin Isaacson linger, nothing will change there. Good point. Who are they going to have in the leadership roles? Orlando says your wife won't be happy going from 70-degree weather to freezing. No, although it's not as bad. It's not like -10. It's actually it's pretty balmy. It's 25 degrees right now. It's 25 degrees. It's going to be 36. So by the time she gets home, it's going to be in the 30s. And I mean, that's still going to hit her. But it won't hit her like it would have Sunday or Saturday. Bargain Boxer, am I going to Rockford? I don't think so. Although I probably should. That's to be determined. That's because I am running low on inventory. I'm going live. I'm skipping tonight. I am going live Wednesday night, whether that's Topps Chrome or not. Today, I wonder if I'll get I was in the 1-day shipping on Ginter, and I got Ginter a day early. Am I logged in? My orders, but I think it's still in processing. Yeah, still processing. So, release day for Topps Chrome basketball is Thursday. So right now the plan is doing a live stream Wednesday night. Thursday night will be Topps Chrome basketball. I'll probably do a live stream Friday night, which would probably tap me out of decent inventory, even though I bought a bunch last week. I'm running really low. So it's a possibility I go to Rockford on Saturday. Are there any what other shows are TCDB card show calendar? I'm trying, when I go to card shows, I'm trying to mix it up now because a lot of my dealers are set up in Rockford. The 20th. New Franken, Stevens Point, that's like 2 hours away. Oh, Waukesha. Is that Sean's show? Yeah, that's Sean's show. Maybe I check that out. Oh, sweet. He even has the dealers list. This is not he just started the show recently. So 5-star is going to be there. That's cool. Let's see. Craig's going to be there. I just bought a bunch of stuff from him Thursday. Tony's going to be there. So Tony's got some good, I bet Tony's got some good vintage that I can pick up. Maybe I go to Waukesha. I like it when card shows put their dealer list on, so you know who's going to be there. Oh, Scotty P's going to be there. He's got good stuff. If you click, I wonder where it goes. Maybe that's just their link to. He's doing a good job with that show. Let's see. Bargain Boxer says Orlando. My wife is down there too. 22. Also 22 in Blair, Wisconsin. If we don't get 12 feet of snow, I might make it out. So we're supposed to be. You should be safe up north. I don't know about in your neck of the woods, but it's supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be decent weather down here, up here. It's going to be 35. No snow in the forecast here, at least. All right, I've got. It's 9:40. We got to get Ernie off to daycare. I've got to get this room clean before the cleaners get here, and get ready for my wife's return. All right, so like and subscribe. Next eBay live stream will be tomorrow night, Wednesday night. I'll probably end up, now that my wife will be back home, I'll probably be back on a fairly regular schedule on Hobby Evolution. It's just been tough juggling Ernie, and then days like this where the cleaners come and my wife's home. So, but I did make it. All right. So have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.